Welcome to our channel, your ultimate destination for everything WWE. Today we're diving into a deeply emotional topic, the tragic S of legendary wrestlers who left us far too soon. From shocking accidents to heartbreaking health issues, these stories remind us of the sacrifices these superstars made, and that's not all. We've got some very upsetting news about Rey Mysterio. Make sure to stay till the end for all the details, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more WWE updates. Ernie Roth, better known as the Grand Wizard, was one of professional wrestling's most memorable and influential managers. Born on August 30th, 1926, Roth carved out a unique place in wrestling history with his flamboyant persona and sharp, quick wit that kept fans both entertained and enraged. Sporting flashy sequin jackets, distinctive turbans, and oversized sunglasses, the Grand Wizard became instantly recognizable throughout the 1970s and early 1980s, often playing the perfect villainous manager who expertly drew heat from the crowd. Before entering wrestling, Roth worked as a disc jockey, which helped shape his charismatic style. His wrestling career began in the 1960s in Detroit, where he managed wrestlers under the name Abdullah Farouk. However, it was after joining the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, in the late 1960s that he truly made his mark, adopting the moniker The Grand Wizard. He managed some of wrestling's biggest stars, including superstar Billy Graham, Pat Patterson, and Don Morocco, guiding many of them to major championship victories. Roth was not just a manager, but a master storyteller and character developer. His ability to read the crowd and manipulate reactions elevated the wrestlers he managed and the storylines they were part of. His talent earned him 6 Manager of the Year awards from Pro Wrestling Illustrated, a testament to his enduring impact on the business. Tragically, the Grand Wizard, but his legacy lives on. He helped define wrestling's golden era of larger-than-life personalities and villainous managers, setting a standard for those who followed. Fans and wrestling historians continue to remember Ernie Roth as a pioneer who brought charisma, flair, and sharp managerial skills to the squared circle. Starman, born on November 16, 1974, was a beloved professional wrestler whose vibrant career left an unforgettable mark on the wrestling world. Known for his colorful persona and high-flying wrestling style, he quickly became a fan favorite, especially among younger audiences who were drawn to his bright, star-themed ring attire and electrifying presence. Throughout his career, Starman showcased exceptional athleticism and charisma across multiple wrestling promotions. His in-ring performances were defined by impressive aerial maneuvers that thrilled crowds and earned him respect from peers and fans alike. What truly set him apart was not only his skill, but his ability to connect with the audience, creating moments that transcended the sport. Outside the ring, Starman was deeply committed to the wrestling community. He actively took part in charity events and made regular appearances at local wrestling shows, always eager to inspire aspiring wrestlers. His upbeat attitude and genuine kindness made him a role model, admired not just for his talent, but for the positive impact he had on those around him. The wrestling world was deeply shaken by Starman's untimely passing at the age of 47. Tributes poured in from fans, fellow wrestlers, and industry insiders who recognized his contributions and mourned the loss of a true icon. Despite his passing, Starman's legacy lives on in the hearts of those he inspired, both inside and outside the squared circle. Remembered for his extraordinary talent, infectious enthusiasm, and vibrant personality, Starman remains a shining star in wrestling history, a testament to passion, dedication, and the power of entertainment. His memory continues to inspire the next generation, ensuring that his spirit endures far beyond the final bell. Bart Sawyer, born November 30th, 1965, was a respected professional wrestler whose career left a lasting impression on the wrestling world. Rising to prominence in the late 1980s and throughout the 1990s, Sawyer built a reputation as a dynamic and charismatic performer. He was widely appreciated for his blend of high-flying moves and technical skill, captivating audiences wherever he competed. Sawyer made his mark primarily on the independent wrestling circuit, where his athleticism and engaging style made him a fan favorite. He also had notable appearances in major wrestling promotions, including the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, and World Championship Wrestling, WCW. These opportunities helped showcase his talents to a broader audience and solidified his standing in the industry. Beyond his in-ring accomplishments, Bart Sawyer was deeply committed to the wrestling community. He devoted significant time to mentoring up-and-coming wrestlers, sharing his knowledge and experience to help shape the future of the sport. His work in training and development programs demonstrated his passion for wrestling extended far beyond his own performances. Many younger talents benefited from his guidance, and his influence is still felt through those he helped train. Sadly, Bart Sawyer, His was mourned by fans and fellow wrestlers alike, all of whom remember him not only for his impressive wrestling abilities, but also for his generosity and dedication to the community. His legacy continues through the countless lives he touched and the impact he made both inside and outside the ring. Today, Bart Sawyer is fondly remembered as a talented performer and a mentor who contributed greatly to the sport he loved. Norman Frederick Charles III, July 25, 1941, August 22, 2019, was a celebrated figure in professional wrestling, admired for his impactful career and lasting influence on the sport. Born in the United States, Norman quickly became a fan favorite thanks to his charismatic presence and dynamic in-ring style. Launching his wrestling journey in the early 1960s, he made a name for himself across major promotions such as the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, and the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA. Known affectionately as the Wrestling Genius, Norman's persona was a unique blend of athletic skill and theatrical flair. This character helped him stand out in a competitive era filled with legendary wrestlers. His ability to connect deeply with audiences through his engaging performances made him a standout entertainer and a beloved figure among wrestling fans. Norman's influence extended beyond his in-ring achievements. He was a dedicated mentor to younger wrestlers, generously sharing his expertise and wisdom to help shape the next generation of talent. His guidance was highly valued, and many wrestlers credit him for playing a significant role in their development. His professionalism, sportsmanship, and passion for wrestling earned him respect throughout the wrestling community. Norman Frederick Charles III, leaving behind a powerful legacy. His contributions as both a performer and mentor continue to inspire wrestlers and fans alike. Remembered fondly for his enthusiasm, charm, and dedication, Norman's impact on professional wrestling remains undeniable. His memory lives on in the stories told by those who knew him and the vibrant history of the sport he loved so much. Dean Ho, born on March 21, 1936, is a retired professional wrestler renowned for his impact on the wrestling world during the 1960s and 1970s. Hailing from Hawaii, Ho began his wrestling journey in the early 1950s under the guidance of the legendary Sam Steamboat. His athleticism and commitment quickly helped him stand out, paving the way for a successful career across various wrestling promotions in the United States. Ho gained notable recognition through his work with the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, and the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, WWF, now known as WWE. Throughout his career, he impressed fans and peers with his technical prowess and charismatic ring presence. Dean was known for his innovative high-flying moves and wrestling techniques that were ahead of their time, making his matches exciting and memorable. Beyond his in-ring accomplishments, Dean Ho played a crucial role behind the scenes as a mentor and trainer. He dedicated much of his time to helping younger wrestlers develop their skills and understand the nuances of the sport. His passion for teaching and sharing his wrestling knowledge helped shape the next generation of wrestling talent, leaving a lasting mark on the industry. After retiring from active competition, Ho stayed connected to wrestling by attending events and engaging with fans. His presence at wrestling gatherings allowed him to share stories and experiences from his storied career, further solidifying his legacy. Dean Ho's influence on professional wrestling is still felt today. Celebrated for both his athletic ability and sportsmanship, he remains a respected figure whose contributions have helped shape the sport's history. His legacy as a skilled wrestler, innovator, and mentor endures in the wrestling community, inspiring future stars and fans alike. Kay Noble, born October 15, 1940, in New York City, was a trailblazer in women's professional wrestling during the 1950s and 1960s. At a time when wrestling was overwhelmingly male-dominated, Noble's talent and charisma helped carve out a space for female athletes in the sport. She combined impressive athleticism with technical skill, captivating fans with a style that was both fierce and engaging. Throughout her career, Kay competed in many wrestling promotions, including the prestigious National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, and numerous regional circuits. She quickly gained a reputation as a tough competitor, known not only for her in-ring ability, but also for her ability to connect emotionally with audiences. Noble's matches were often high-profile events that contributed to raising the visibility and respect of women's wrestling during a period when female wrestlers struggled for recognition. Her impact extended beyond just her performances. She became a role model for aspiring female wrestlers, showing that women could excel in a physically demanding and competitive sport. Kay's determination and fighting spirit challenged the norms of the time, opening doors for future generations of women to pursue wrestling professionally. Tragically, Kay Noble's life and career were cut short when, despite her legacy lives on in the wrestling world. She is remembered not only for her skill and showmanship, but also for her pioneering role in elevating women's wrestling to new heights. Kay Noble's story continues to inspire female athletes, embodying the resilience and courage needed to break barriers and succeed in a tough industry. Her contributions remain a significant chapter in the history of professional wrestling, honoring her as one of the sport's early and influential icons. Oscar Gutierrez Rubio, or as the world knows him, Rey Mysterio, stands not only as one of the most recognizable figures in wrestling history, but also as one of its most beloved. A symbol of perseverance, agility, and heart, Mysterio's rise from the Southern California independent circuit to global superstardom is the ultimate underdog tale. He shattered stereotypes, redefined what a smaller wrestler could achieve in an industry long dominated by giants, and captured the imagination of fans across generations. Yet beneath the surface of high-flying maneuvers and thunderous ovations lies a more nuanced narrative. Mysterio's legacy is filled with incredible highs, from world title victories to inspiring fans across the globe, but it's also punctuated with moments of adversity, injuries, personal loss, backstage politics, and the weight of maintaining excellence in a body pushed to its physical limits. This deep dive explores the rich tapestry of Rey Mysterio's life in and out of the ring, his origins, career milestones, controversies, family ties, health battles, and what lies ahead for the master of the 619. Roots of a wrestling prodigy, born into lucha libre. Born on December 11, 1974 in Chula Vista, California, Rey Mysterio was exposed to wrestling from an early age. His uncle, Rey Mysterio Sr., a prominent luchador in Mexico, became both mentor and inspiration. It was under his guidance that young Oscar was introduced to the colorful, dynamic world of lucha libre, the traditional Mexican wrestling style marked by fast-paced sequences, aerial attacks, and rich storytelling. Unlike the power-based wrestling prominent in the US, lucha libre emphasized technique, speed, and agility, qualities Mysterio embodied naturally. His dedication from a young age was unwavering. At just 14 years old, he made his professional wrestling debut, an unheard-of accomplishment for someone so young. Despite being undersized compared to other competitors, he began turning heads with his fluid in-ring movement and creative offense. His stature, which might have been seen as a liability in other sports, became a defining feature. Standing at 5 feet 6 inches and weighing under 175 pounds, Mysterio was never going to overpower his opponents. So instead, he flew above them. The wrestling style that changed the game. Rey Mysterio didn't just adapt to the wrestling world, he revolutionized it. His innovative style married classic lucha libre techniques with North American storytelling. The result? A hybrid form of wrestling that thrilled fans and opened the door for cruiserweights to be taken seriously. His moveset is now legendary. The springboard crossbody, the top rope Hurricane Rana, and of course, the 619, a move as iconic as the Stone Cold Stunner or the Rock Bottom. Named after San Diego's area code, the 619 involves Rey swinging through the ropes to kick a stunned opponent in the face. It's become a symbol of his legacy, flashy, precise, and crowd-pleasing. Mysterio also wore a mask, a sacred symbol in lucha culture, representing not only identity, but also honor and tradition. His various masks over the years, often colorful and thematic, made him a merchandising powerhouse and a visually distinct presence in the ring. From WCW to WWE, the global breakthrough Mysterio's big break on a global stage came during his time with World Championship Wrestling, WCW, in the late 1990s. In WCW, he was part of a thriving cruiserweight division that included the likes of Eddie Guerrero, Chris Jericho, and Dean Malenko. Rey's matches were often the highlight of WCW programming, bringing speed and excitement unmatched by the heavyweight bouts. It was in WCW that Rey unmasked during a feud with Kevin Nash, a controversial storyline decision that angered many traditionalists. Although it exposed his identity, it didn't stop Rey's momentum. However, when WCW folded in 2001, Rey's career faced a brief pause until WWE came calling. His WWE debut in 2002 was a defining moment. The company reintroduced him with the mask and positioned him as a hero to young fans, especially within the Latin American community. In an era dominated by physical giants like Brock Lesnar, Triple H, and The Undertaker, Rey's unique skill set stood out immediately. Championship glory and WrestleMania moments. Despite his size, Rey Mysterio became one of the most decorated wrestlers in WWE history. His list of accolades includes 3-time world champion, including a World Heavyweight Championship victory at WrestleMania 22, 2-time Intercontinental Champion, 3-time Cruiserweight Champion, 4-time Tag Team Champion, Royal Rumble winner, 2006. His 2006 Royal Rumble win is particularly memorable. Entering at number 2, Rey lasted over 62 minutes, setting a record at the time, and dedicating the victory to his close friend Eddie Guerrero, who had tragically a few months earlier. His emotional world title win at WrestleMania 22 capped off that arc, solidifying his place among wrestling's elite. Family in focus, Dominic Mysterio, and generational drama. In recent years, WWE has incorporated Rey's personal life into storylines, most notably involving his son, Dominic Mysterio. Introduced during childhood in segments with Rey and Eddie Guerrero, like the infamous custody ladder match in 2005, Dominic officially debuted in 2020. What started as a feel-good father-son tag team story evolved into a dramatic, compelling feud. Dominic turned heel in 2022, aligning with Judgment Day and attacking his father, a move that shocked fans but reinvigorated both characters. Their matches were deeply personal, blending fiction and reality with impressive nuance. However, behind the curtain, rumors suggest genuine tension between the two, with Rey being protective of his son's trajectory and Dominic wanting space to forge his identity. Whether exaggerated or rooted in truth, the off-screen speculation only enhanced the emotional weight of their on-screen rivalry. The injuries and wear and tear, the cost of greatness. No career in wrestling, especially one as long and high impact as Rey Mysterio's, is free of physical consequences. Over the years, Rey has endured numerous injuries. Multiple knee surgeries, torn ligaments, back and shoulder issues, chronic joint pain. His style, though breathtaking, comes at a price. Each dive, springboard, or flying senton chips away at the body. While Rey has always displayed incredible toughness, these physical challenges have slowed him at times. Periods of absence have led to fans wondering about his long-term future and possible retirement. Controversies and creative frustrations. Even a universally beloved figure like Rey Mysterio hasn't been immune to controversy. Critics argue that WWE has at times misused him, especially in the latter stages of his career. His return to the company in 2018, while met with excitement, soon devolved into inconsistent booking. While his work with Dominic created emotional depth, many fans felt that Rey's own legacy was being overshadowed. Was he merely a vehicle to push his son forward? Backstage speculation hinted at possible frustration. While never confirmed by Rey himself, dirt sheets and insiders noted tension between Rey and WWE management over creative direction. He reportedly turned down multiple retirement pitches, wanting to end his career on his own terms. Health and retirement. What's next for the masked legend? Approaching the age of 50, Rey Mysterio finds himself at a significant crossroads in his illustrious wrestling career. Known worldwide as one of the most iconic luchadors, Rey's journey in professional wrestling has spanned over 3 decades, defined by incredible athleticism, innovation, and a passion for the craft. While he remains committed to performing as long as his body allows, subtle changes in his WWE role suggest his in-ring days might be gradually drawing to a close. In recent times, Rey has taken on a lighter schedule, appearing less frequently in singles matches and instead embracing more character-driven segments and storylines. These shifts reflect an understanding that while his physical ability remains impressive, the toll of years in the ring means a full-time wrestling schedule is less sustainable. Despite this, Rey's enthusiasm and love for wrestling continue to shine through whenever he steps into the ring. One of the most talked about possibilities in Rey's future is a retirement match, with his son Dominic Mysterio being the likely final opponent. Such a match would carry immense emotional weight and symbolism, a full-circle moment that celebrates Rey's legacy while passing the torch to the next generation. It would also provide fans with a heartfelt conclusion to the career of a man who has thrilled millions with his high-flying style and resilient spirit. Beyond the ring, there is strong speculation that Rey could move into a backstage or coaching role, potentially at WWE's Performance Center. His vast experience and deep knowledge of lucha libre and cruiserweight wrestling make him an invaluable mentor. Helping to train and guide up-and-coming talent would allow Rey to continue shaping the future of wrestling long after he hangs up his boots. Whether inside the ring or behind the scenes, Rey Mysterio's influence on wrestling is sure to endure. Beyond the ring, charisma, community, and cultural impact. Rey Mysterio's impact stretches well beyond the wrestling ring, making him a beloved figure worldwide. His iconic masked persona has transformed him into a global superstar, resonating deeply with fans from diverse backgrounds, cultures, and generations. For many children, Rey is like a real-life superhero, someone to look up to and aspire toward. Meanwhile, wrestling purists admire his incredible skill and innovation in the ring. Among Latinx communities especially, he stands as a powerful symbol of cultural pride and representation. Rey's influence isn't confined to wrestling alone. He has left an indelible mark on various facets of popular culture. His likeness dominates video games and merchandise, making him one of the most recognizable faces in sports entertainment. Beyond commercial success, Rey has dedicated much of his time to charitable causes, frequently working with children's hospitals and using his platform to inspire and uplift young fans facing difficult circumstances. His appeal also crosses into collaborations with major pop culture icons, including partnerships with comic book franchises and well-known athletes, further expanding his reach beyond the squared circle. These ventures have helped introduce Rey to audiences who may not be traditional wrestling fans, but appreciate his story and character. In 2023, Rey Mysterio was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, an extraordinary honor, especially considering he was still actively competing. This recognition cemented his legacy as one of the greatest and most influential performers in the history of the industry. Throughout his decades-long career, Rey has consistently championed positivity, family values, and perseverance. His deep faith, humility, and steadfast respect for professional wrestling have helped him maintain a remarkably clean and inspiring public image in an industry often riddled with controversy. Rey Mysterio is truly a timeless icon whose legacy will continue to inspire future generations. The final chapter, a legacy that soars. As professional wrestling continues to evolve, one question stands tall among fans and historians alike. What is Rey Mysterio's ultimate legacy? Is it his revolutionary influence on the cruiserweight division, where his speed, agility, and high-flying style changed the game forever? Is it the unforgettable moments where he defeated larger-than-life opponents like Kane, Batista, and Randy Orton, defying expectations and proving that heart can outshine size? Or is it his role as a father and mentor, guiding his son Dominic Mysterio into the ring and helping shape the next generation? The truth is, Rey Mysterio's legacy is all of that, and more. For over 30 years, Rey has poured his soul into the squared circle. Every night, every match, every move has been delivered with unmatched passion and purpose. He wasn't just a pioneer of the cruiserweight style, he became the embodiment of it. His innovative offense inspired a new wave of talent across the globe, breaking barriers for smaller wrestlers in an industry long dominated by giants. But Rey's impact goes beyond just wrestling technique. He represented resilience, humility, and integrity. He never let politics or backstage narratives define him. Instead, he let his work ethic and connection with the fans speak louder than words. From lucha libre roots to global superstardom, Rey Mysterio proved that legacy isn't built on size. It's built on heart, sacrifice, and inspiration. His story isn't just about titles or victories, it's about belief. And through him, countless others now believe they too can achieve the impossible. Conclusion: the heartbeat of lucha libre. Rey Mysterio's journey is one of transformation, resilience, and inspiration. From a young boy growing up in Chula Vista, California, number East, to becoming one of the most iconic figures in professional wrestling, his story is a testament to what passion and perseverance can achieve. Rey didn't just succeed in a sport dominated by larger athletes, he redefined it. Embracing the vibrant tradition of lucha libre, Rey brought a unique style to American audiences that blended acrobatics, speed, and heart. With his signature mask, dazzling maneuvers, and the unforgettable 619, Mysterio became a household name while staying true to his cultural roots. He proved that being the smallest man in the ring didn't mean being the weakest. It meant being the most dynamic, the most innovative, and often the most beloved. Over the decades, Rey overcame career-threatening injuries and personal challenges, always returning with the same determination and humility that endeared him to fans. His influence stretches far beyond championships and accolades. He paved the way for smaller wrestlers, changed perceptions within the industry, and became a symbol of hope for anyone told they didn't fit the mold. Whether Rey Mysterio decides to compete for another year or quietly steps into retirement, his legacy is secure. He is more than just a performer. He is a pioneer, a role model, and a living legend. And when the day comes that the 619 echoes through the arena for the final time, it won't just signal the end of a match. It will mark the celebration of a legacy that transcends generations. Rey Mysterio's impact will live on in the hearts of fans, the dreams of future wrestlers, and the enduring spirit of lucha libre.